So, guess what? Here in Alberta, once again, we have more institutionalization and violations, human rights violations of people. Rather than investing in housing, rather than folks advocating for housing, what they're going to do is implement some mandatory compassion treatment, which is really just forced treatment, which we know is not evidence based. We know will kill people, but you know what? The idea of giving housing is just too foreign, and people are not advocating for it, frankly. They're not voting for it, they're not forcing this. And now we're in a position where they're going to take an overrepresentation of Indigenous people and they're going to force them into a treatment. We know this does not work, but here we are. And, obviously the Conservatives, they don't care. They just want money. So this is going to go into the legal system. This is going to go into the prison system. And their friends who do, abstinence-based Christian programming, which we know is the root cause of trauma for Indigenous people, that's going to be forced mandatory for our people. So, we've survived, biological warfare. We've survived their colonial practices of Indian residential schools, reserves, clearing the plains, and now Indian hospitals and the foster care system, just a pipeline of all of these things. We're in the middle of a drug poisoning, and rather than giving clean supply, no, we're going to force people into treatment that we know doesn't work. We know that there are so many other options, but, they don't believe in harm reduction. They don't believe in evidence. They don't believe in science. We've seen this long ago from the first Conservatives, like in the federal government that then became part of our Alberta government. It's ridiculous. And I know people don't want to listen to me compared to like medical doctors, but on my Twitter, I even retweeted a bunch of medical doctors that agree with me. So if you can't listen to an Indigenous woman because you're too much of a sexist racist, please listen to the medical doctors, because we know this will not work. Anyway, we've been advocating for it. People have been, on deaf ears. This has already been instituted on our youth in Alberta, and everybody was okay with that too, just like forced sterilization of Indigenous people. I don't know when Albertans are going to, see that maybe there's a place in hell for the way they vote. I don't know.